So guys, welcome back to 80s Movies Nights. This is my series where I take movies from one shelf on my 80s movies collection and show you to them and show you them to you and maybe talk about some of them and just to proclaim my love for 80s movies basically. I pimped up my kitchen. I got a TV in here now, and I didn't have a DVD player for a couple of years now because my Blu-ray player broke down. So I got this TV for the kitchen, and it has a built-in DVD player, and of course I can put it back here. There's something behind there now, but yeah, it's overkill. Have a TV in the kitchen, I know, but yeah, I love it. Yeah, I've been pimping up this kitchen for the last 6 months. I'm almost finished now. Just gonna paint some of my kitchen chairs and stuff like that. Then I'm finished. I hope the lighting is good. The ceiling light I have taken down because I need to fix that. So I hope the lighting is okay anyway. And let's go through. What is this? Part 7, 6. And I only got like 2 or 3 shelves left. Another thing I want to mention is that all my shelves are pretty full now. So I'm gonna look through these with you, and if there's some, a movie that I think doesn't really fit in the collection, it's not an 80s movie or doesn't got that vibe. That vibe. Like the 80s, you can get from 70s and 90s movies as well, even the 2000s sometimes, not very often, but yeah, I will take that out from this pile here. So let's start, and I'm not going to talk a lot about them, and let's go through them. So the first one is what is this one called? Say Anything, with the John Cusack. I haven't seen this one, so I bought this because I think somebody in a video that I made a comment that I should buy this one. So Say Anything by with John Cusack in it. John Cusack's been in a lot of good movies in the 80s. So I think this is from like 89 or something like that. So that's the first one. Second one is Sealed. That doesn't mean that I haven't seen the movie. I'm not a huge fan of Mike Myers, to be honest. Never been, and I've heard he's pretty much a dickhead as well in real life. That doesn't really say anything though, movie-wise. But yeah, there's one movie that I really like with him. That's So I Married an Axe Murderer. I really love that one. It's probably the only Mike Myers movie I really like, but I'm keeping these two anyway, and that's the double pack of Wayne's World 1 and 2. It needs to be in the collection, to be honest. Oh, then we got a TV movie, Alien Nation, with James Caan, made by Rockner S. O'Bannon, that made Farscape, which I love Farscape. So this was a TV movie, and there are a couple of more TV movies, and there was a TV series as well from 89 to maybe 91, 90 or something like that. I need to get all of those. I really enjoyed Alien Nation, and if you don't know about what Alien Nation is, it's like the aliens. They are here, and they trying to get integrated into society, and they kind of get hit with the same thing. People from different sides of life get treated nowadays. It's the same thing. They alienated, and it's a cop that is working with one of the aliens. That's the main story. I really like Alien Nation. I need to get the rest of them. Dawn of the Dead. This is a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, right? So your George A. Romero movie. yeah, I don't need to talk about that one. Everybody knows that one. One of my favorite comedies, maybe of all times, with Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, and those two grumpy old men that I never forget. I never remember what they're called. They have a lot of movies. Those two grumpy men, they are perfect playing grumpy men. I'll tell you that. And that is Trading Places. Wow, I absolutely love this movie. So good. Monty Python movie, one of my favorite comedy ever as well. And that's the Holy Grail. I mean, what's your favorite part of Holy Grail? I would probably say, bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! What's your favorite number? 5? No, 6! Woo! Yeah, and this one, this is a 90s movie. I'm gonna have a think if I'm gonna keep this one, but this is pretty far out, this movie. And it's with Laurie Petty. And she's really good playing like really crazy people. If you've seen Orange is the New Black, she's fucking fantastic in Orange is the New Black. But yeah, Tank Girl. I think it was a comic, or was it a anime manga from the beginning? I don't remember. But yeah, this totally out there movie. Yeah, I need to watch this one again, and this is still sealed. This is probably maybe one of the movies that I want to get a Blu-ray of. I'm not sure, but this is Apocalypse Now, the fantastic movie from Francis Ford Coppola, and this is the Redux one that is like 53 minutes longer, and yeah, wow, this is a masterpiece, my friends. So I think all of those gonna stay. Maybe Tank Girl, I don't know. Woman Sent, Al Pacino. I think maybe he won an Oscar for this one. Yeah, this is fantastic. Yeah, I don't need to say much more about that. It definitely stays in the collection. Peter Jackson, Meet the Feebles. I think it's his second one. I mean, first you got Bad Taste, and then Meet the Feebles, and then Brain Dead. That's that's what I'm, what I'm thinking anyway. But Meet the Feebles, it's I mean, puppets. Yeah, this is probably more scary for me than it should be. I think this is fucked up with these puppets in this one. Meet the Feebles, Peter Jackson. They made the second one, and it's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. I haven't seen it, and that is Coming to New York. But in Sweden we call it A Prince in New York. And that's probably a better name, actually. That's one of the first times they actually have a better name in Swedish. It's called Prince in New York. Yeah, this is fantastic. One of Eddie Murphy's best movies, comedy movies from the 80s. I absolutely love this one. Haven't watched the second one yet. I'm a bit scared of doing that, to be honest. Ooh. This is a 90s movie, but it fits the formula. It's fucking staying. This is probably what's her name? Sorry if I have glasses on. I just felt like doing something 80s with these horrible glasses. Yeah, this is Hackers. Yeah, this is great. This was like when, not the earliest when you knew about Hackers and the stuff they did. A little bit, later on, but yeah, fantastic movie. Angelina Jolie's probably the first movie I saw her in, to be honest. Ooh. So this one is probably going. I love it though, but it's called in English An Interview with Vampire. I think that that's the name of it. But in Sweden, in Swedish, we call it The Confession of a Vampire. I think that would be a better name for it, to be honest, than An Interview with a Vampire. Because yeah, I don't know. Interview is not a word that is aged you know, an ancient word that you use with vampires. So Confession of a Vampire would be probably better, but yeah, it's a masterpiece. Uh, pretty sure Stefan, one of my best friends from back in the days, this was his favorite movie of all time. Oh, I am not sure about this one. It's got to stay. I know nothing about the movie. I just thought it was something. It looked like 80s when I saw it for £1, so I picked it up. The Big Kahuna, Kevin Spacey, Danny DeVito. Who knows? We put that in the maybe pal. One of my favorite drama movies from the 80s. Maybe early 90s. I'm not sure, but I think it's like late 80s. Maybe early 90s though, but that is green fried tomatoes, or fried green tomatoes, whatever it's called. Yeah, fantastic movie. I like my dramas. Oh, one of my favorite Swedish movies ever made, and this, you know, went into, you know, international as well, so you probably heard about this one. And why I got this version is because it got the miniseries, which came out here on Swedish television, and then it got the movie version as well that is cut down for the movies, and I wanted them both. The long one is the best one, of course, and it's an Ingmar Bergman movie, or Ingmar Bergman miniseries. So the long one is like 6.5 hours long. So I mean that's a mini series. But it came out the movies. It was like 3 hours 20 minutes maybe. I remember seeing that on in the movies with my whole family, like a Christmas thing, if I remember right. And there was an intermission in it, and that's not very common with an intermission. But the movie is like over 3 hours as well. So it's very long, and that is Fanny and Alexander. And yeah, this is my favorite Ingmar Bergman epos movie he ever made, to be honest. It's a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece. Oh, Dark Crystal. They've done like a series on Netflix now. I haven't seen it yet, which is weird because I really like this one. But I always had a problem with puppets, you know, puppeteers, stuff like that. It almost freaks me out, but yeah. This is Henson as well, isn't it? And yeah, it's really good. Early 80s, if I remember right. So we're half the way through, or a bit more. And we got the Chevy Chase one, and that is Christmas Vacation. And in Swedish we call it A Pear for a Father Celebrates Christmas. And I don't know, maybe back in the 80s we called, you know, slow maybe idiots like A Pear. I have to put it here so you can see me. But I don't remember that we did call dumb people a pear. So, but yeah, anywho, this is Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Chevy Chase, but he made some awesome 80s movies. Oh, and we got the first one, National Lampoon's Vacation. Oh, of course. That's much better than the Christmas one. Oh, this is 90s, early 90s, but this is staying in the collection for sure, and that is Hook. Yeah, I don't need to say much about that. I absolutely love this one. Now you can't see what I'm showing you there, so I'm putting this down here instead. As you can see, it's Breakfast Club, probably my favorite 80s movie of all time. This one I haven't seen, and it's Chevy Chase again, and Goldie Hawn, and that's Foul Play. No, I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. So yeah, that's, I mean, Goldie Hawn, 80s movies. Good combo, right? This one is not staying, I think. It's a fantastic movie. It won 7 Oscars, and that's The Sting. But, I mean, this is like late 60s, isn't it? Or is it like early 70s? So it shouldn't be in the collection, so that's going. But yeah, The Sting's a great movie. ooh, 90s, maybe even late 90s, but this is staying. This is definitely the vibe I want. That is Office Space. Yeah, I love this movie. Oh, when the guy is rapping in the car, like rapping like gangster rap in the car queue. Oh my god! If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, one of my favorite movies from back then. This is the uncut original version with Christopher Lambert. He was Belgian, wasn't he? He was born French speaker as well, wasn't he? And Sean Connery, of course, that's Highlander. You only live once, or not. So this one is definitely not staying, but it's a fantastic drama movie which I really like, and it's one of Brad Pitt's best ones. 7 Years in Tibet. That is going. Make more space for 80s movies. And this one is staying. I think it's 90s as well. Yeah, it is 90s. Maybe even mid 90s. And this is from the Swedish director Lasse Hallström. And this is with Johnny Depp and Juliette Lewis and very young Leonardo DiCaprio. And that is What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Fantastic movie. Down to the last four. Don't remember this one, but yeah, I think it's the same guy that wrote like Blade Runner. But yeah, I watched it back then. I know it's with Peter Weller, and that's Screamers. Peter Weller was big in the 80s action movies. And this one is good. You're probably going to get pissed off at me now saying this, but this is my favorite Mad Max movie, and you know, come at me. No, it is. It was very different. It was more like a Hollywood thing than the first two ones, maybe. But it almost felt like a bit like Indiana Jones in some way. I don't know. I just loved it back then. Maybe now, if I watched all the three ones, I wouldn't put this up first. But Mad Max, Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, I absolutely love this one. And the last three, this is this is a tough one. This is it's absolutely in your face when you watch it the first time, and it really grips you. And you afterwards you have to go to a silent place for yourself and think about it. And that's what I felt, at least when I watched it the first time. It's very gripping and horrible at the same time, and that is the Australian movie Romper Stomper. This was probably the first time I ever saw Russell Crowe. Romper Stomper, up for a fight. And then you got this one. Horror, yeah, why not? American Werewolf in London. Yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot back then. It's definitely not a bad movie at all, and we probably end up with the best movie out of this shelf, because I'm just doing shelves. I will put them in the right order later on, and get all written down on the list or something like an Excel, so I know what I have, and so I know what to get in the future, because I don't remember if I have movies. I bought double so many times now. And in Swedish we call this Mafia Brothers, but of course it's Goodfellas, one of the best mafia movie of all time. I absolutely love that one. And that's not 80s, this has to be like 93, 94, something like that. I don't remember. Goodfellas there. So that was 80s movies nights, parts 5, 6, 7 or something like that. I hope you enjoyed. I've been away for a while. Probably going to tell more about that in the next video. But yeah, look at these guys. Fucking fantastic. So be nice and stay safe.